and Tracy J, coming today with the morning fix. Well guys, I got up, I took my shower, I did my workout, took my shower, got moving today, and I want to tell you that today's message is really talking about the place that God puts you in. You know, a lot of times in my life when I was into a certain place that, especially that caused me pain, that caused me to step out on faith, that caused me a lot of fear, I would be upset about that place. And I want to tell you today that in those places, that's when you get your best revelation. That's when you get your best restoration. But also, that's when you get to really understand the God of the Bible. You know, in the beginning of my walk, I really never knew God to be the provider, the healer, and all that the Bible said he was. I just heard everybody else's stories, and I thought, cool, that's what he is. But when finally God called me to seasons where I had to really be submissive to him and submit my will and just allow him to do his thing, that's when I started to learn the God of the Bible. I want to tell you, before I used to pray to God to have more time with him. I used to pray to God for a ministry. But what happened is when God gave it to me, it wasn't in the fashion or the makeup that I desired. It was actually in a way that didn't make sense. It was actually in a timing that didn't line up with my personal schedule. And so guess what happened? I had to submit to God's will. And I want to tell you, there's times where God is going to put you in a place because he has provision for you there, because he's providing for you. He wants to show you who he really, really is on a new intimate level. But a lot of times when we get into those places, we can start to gripe, we can start to moan, we can start to get mad. Just like the people of Israel coming around the mountain, they started to gripe and moan and they had to stay there longer and longer. And I want to tell you, when God puts you in a place that makes your faith shake, when God puts you in a place that where you got fear all around you and you don't know your next move, when God puts you in a place where you have to lean on him, I want to tell you, don't run from it, but embrace it. Get on your knees, tuck your feet in, and be ready to stand strong on the foundation of God, because he has something for you there. And what I learned is in the places that God has taken me, and those places, in those hard places, in those dark places, in those challenging places, I had to learn that that is where my restoration was. That's where my healing was. That's where my provision was. That's when I really got to know God on a better level. And a lot of us run from the places God puts us. We want to put ourselves in our own personal place. And I've known I've wanted to do that so many times. But when God puts us in a place, it requires faith. It requires faith in the provision that he will be the supplier for our lives. And that is challenging. But I want to tell you today, if you find yourself in a place that causes you fear, that causes you to shake a little bit, that causes you makes you step into the unknown, I want to tell you, don't run from it, but embrace it, because that is the season and that is the exact place and position that God needs you to be in to get your full restoration, to get everything that he has for you. I want to tell you today, when I was in college, I never liked the place that God had me in. I was always upset about the place, and a lot of times it helped me miss out on all the teachings and all the revelation and all the encounters that I could have had. And I want to tell you today, don't shun your place. Don't shun it, because God has you there for a reason. Learn your lesson, get all the information you need to get, even from him, from friendships, from encounters, whatever. Get all of that and you will come out better. Learn your lesson, get over your mountain, and trust that God has specifically put you in a place because he has already provided for you in that place. All right, guys, I love you so much. I pray you got blessed by this morning fix. I will see you in my next video. Be sure you like, you subscribe, and I will see you.